Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm working in my memory planner. I've gotten just a little bit behind, so today I'm working on October 3rd through the 9th. I have a few pictures, and then I'm planning on using my Hip Kit Club subscription for October. It just came in. You can see I haven't even opened it yet. So I'm excited to see what's in it and to use some of this. This is the week that I was at the whatever craft house in Kansas, and of course still lots of fun stuff going on with the family that week, so plenty to document. I will link the things that I end up using down below. Otherwise, I will put you guys on fast forward. Let's go. It's so funny that sometimes the weeks that I have the most pictures are the hardest to document. And these pictures were from different events. And that is one of the challenging things about memory planning is that you have different events combined in the same spread. But I think it's fun too. I like the idea. So look at these gorgeous stickers from the Hip Kit Club. You guys, these are like metal. It feels like thin metal pieces. It doesn't feel like a regular sticker. And what I'm going to do, there's some gorgeous cutouts. I am putting them on this wood paper. I'm a sucker for wood grain paper. It is my favorite. I don't know why. I love wood tones. You can see it in my craft studio. I love all of the wood tones. And so I thought it would be so pretty to put these metal stickers on the wood tone paper and then trim it out and use them in the spread as if they had that wood tone behind them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm picking out a few, lining them up along the bottom of this paper, and then I'm going to fussy cut out those stickers. Yes, it took a while. This is sped up ×8 because I was trying to take my time with the fussy cutting. I have had people ask. I use Tim Holtz Ranger scissors. I love them. They have a very cushy handle so it doesn't hurt my hand even when I'm cutting for long periods of time. When you are fussy cutting, just one of the helpful hints that people have told me before is your scissors stay still and you move the paper around. So you don't kind of turn your hand. That really tires out your wrists and can hurt. The scissors pretty much stay in the same place, thumbs up to the sun, and then you move the paper or whatever it is you're cutting out around the scissors. I am absolutely loving how this layered piece came out. I'm so excited for these metal stickers. I want more of them. I thought they were so cute. I was so excited to open my Hip Kit Club. I often don't look at the sneaks for the Hip Kit Club kits just because I like being surprised. This month I did order some solid paper that coordinated. You can see that over to the left. So I usually just get the main kit, but I did add on the solid paper just because I'm running a little short on some of my solid paper, and I definitely don't have a lot of 12 by 12 solids, so I like picking that up every now and then. You can see I'm cutting apart all of the tags. There was one 12 by 12 paper in the pack that had all of these tags, and I'm going to use these and layer them all at the bottom of my page because I think it makes for a fun effect. So I'm going to pull out the papers, move everything to the side, and then pull out these tags and start layering them at different heights and just trying to make sure you can read the ones that have words. And that's really going to set the tone for my page. The page comes together really well when you use something really impactful on part of your page, either a big, huge sheet of scrapbook paper, torn like I like to do, or elements coming down all on the spine, or something like this with these layered tags down the bottom. You don't have to do much else on your page. Remember, the goal of the page is actually to be telling the story of what happens. You don't have to completely fill it with a ton of embellishments. I completely fill my pages. You guys know that. I don't really like the white space at the end, but I do like to save space for journaling, and I do like to just pick one or two big impact points. Now, once I get all of these tags down, you can see I'm trying to be really careful as I shift them around because I liked the layering I had going. And I am connecting the two pages with tags. That is one of my other favorite things to do with my memory planner. If I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, then I'm going to cover that spine and just repunch those holes because I think it really brings the whole week together. Like I said, one of the challenges of memory planning is you have a lot of different events that might have different colors going on, that might have different themes behind them. So for instance, this week I went to the whatever craft house, which is all about rainbows. However, my daughter had a huge soccer tournament and her team won second place, which is awesome. And so that's also something I want to document, as well as a family movie night. So all of those have different themes. So I just pick beautiful papers and embellishments that I love. They don't necessarily color coordinate with what's happening in the pictures or necessarily the theme. In this case, I'm kind of setting a fall tone because it's a seasonal fall time of year. So, I mean, I think you're more apt to do seasonal spreads when you are doing memory planning. I think that's just how it goes. But like I was saying, don't worry that some of these are clashing as far as what the colors are in the photos and what the colors are in the papers. That usually doesn't bother me. And when you are documenting a year, it's going to take too much time to do all the color coordinating. You guys, print your photos, enjoy your photos, pick stickers and papers that you love and put them all down and write out your journaling. And that's it. It doesn't have to be super complicated. So you can see I have all my little embellishment pieces. I'm just kind of tucking them in to the tags. I just wanted to really bring attention to the bottom of the page here with all of these tags. And now I need one more to fill in just because it was feeling uneven on the two halves of the page. So I'm just going to add one more little leaf over here on the right. And then I'm going to work on placing my photos. Now, originally before I was going to just put the photos down, I decided I wanted to mat them. I considered using different colors. I thought, you know what, it'll simplify it if I just use all pink. So I was very glad that I had this solid color piece from the Hip Kit Club. So I'm gonna just put all my photos down, trim them out with a little bit of this light pink matting. That will help bring a little bit of uniformity to what's going on. Sometimes I change up the colors as far as different events having different colors to kind of group them in that way. Just because there were so many this week, I decided one color was going to really work better with the spread. So I'm going to trim all those out and figure out how I can layer them onto my page. Now, I would love to hear in the comments below, let me know what is your biggest challenge with memory planning. I have had several subscribers, several patrons that have jumped into memory planning and are loving it, but then I have also had people that said they tried it, they've run into roadblocks, things have gotten too difficult. Let me know, is it the printing of the photos? I get that a lot, like it's too hard to print photos. What about journaling? Or I get people that say, I just don't do very much during the week and they don't have a lot they feel like needs to have pictures. There's all kinds of things. I would love to hear what it is that is kind of holding you back or kind of creating a roadblock for you as you start to memory plan. I love memory planning. I know that's no secret at all. And it's just made it possible for me to do some form of scrapbooking on a regular basis. When I was doing 12 by 12, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up. There was going to be no way. It was way too much. Memory planning has just really simplified how I'm able to document my family life, which has made an impact. And it's something I really enjoy. It's a little bit of creativity. It's not kind of over the top. I don't have to reinvent the wheel every week. I do follow similar formulas, I would say, similar layout ideas. So that simplifies it. I do print pictures at home. That's a huge deal for me. Being able to print my pictures on demand when I have time to sit down and do the memory planning just makes it so much easier, because if I had to wait for these pictures to get developed, that would throw me off. It would throw off my game, because when I want to sit down and get creative, I want to sit down and get creative, and I don't want to have to wait. I guess I'm just impatient. So I know photo printers are not cheap. I love mine. I have an Epson PictureMate 400. I think my husband got it for me for my birthday many, many years ago, and it is still trucking along. It does a good job. It prints the pictures beautifully. I just have to remember to order ink every now and then and order the photo paper as well. All right, so once everything is adhered to the page, the last little bit I'm going to do before adding the journaling lines, I go back to those metallic stickers. I'm going to look for some phrases. Now, there was a whole set of beautiful paper embellishments that came with the Hip Kit Club this month. I'm not going to use them on this particular spread because I really wanted to emphasize the gold. I can definitely use those for the rest of the month because I think they are just gorgeous. So you'll definitely be seeing this kit again. That's the joy of the Hip Kit Club kits. There's a ton in there. You can use it for an entire month of memory keeping, and then you kind of have a theme. It's going to be seasonal for the most part. I love the whimsy of the Hip Kit Club. Definitely fits my stylings, you might say. So it works out well for me. So I added good memories over where I have some of the whatever craft house photos, stay golden, kind of as a title for the whole page. And it's just fun to get to document in this way. Look, now I have a whole week documented. I cannot wait to fill it in. You'll see here in a moment after I get all of the last little lettered pieces, I'm going to add a few hearts because again, I'm kind of taking advantage of all of these metal stickers. I can't imagine that I won't be using them the rest of this month because I think they're just so fun. So a few little hearts to move that metallic around the page, and then I will pull out my T ruler to add lines. I always add my own journaling lines just because I find it easier to make sure I can fit in a space and that my handwriting doesn't get too wonky. So I will be adding journaling lines and then writing out the journaling, writing out the few thoughts of how that week went and what happened that week. It was a fantastic week. Thank you all for your prayers as I went on that retreat and I shared I was nervous about going. I appreciate all your encouragement. It was a wonderful time of fellowship with some amazing ladies of faith that I have known online for a long time. So it was great to meet them in person, and I just really enjoyed the whole weekend. All right, that's going to be it for this memory planning spread. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. As always, I will link things that I used in the video in the description box below, so you can check that out if you're interested in any of the products that I used. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. We're having a fabulous time. If you want to join us over on Patreon, make sure to check out the link for that in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.